Imagine you spent all summer dragging the perfect logs to build your dam, only to wake up one morning and find the river has washed them all away. You're left with nothing but wet fur and a lot of questions. In the forest, that's a tragedy. In the human world, that's what happens when you invest without a plan. Today, we're going to find out why most animals and people lose money in the forest and how you can make sure your dam stands tall for a lifetime. Hey there, I'm Beaver. Welcome to the forest. Life here is simple. We eat, we sleep, and we build. But lately, I've noticed some of my friends are having a hard time. They're working harder than ever, but their piles of logs, their assets, just keep shrinking. Investing is just like planting a forest. If you do it right, you'll have shade and food forever. But most people, they're planting trees in the middle of a swamp or cutting them down before they even sprout. Grab your builder app because we're going deep into the woods to uncover the 5 reasons why most investors lose money. Our story starts on a Tuesday. The sun was out and Rabbit was feeling great. He had just traded 3 carrots for a tiny sapling, a growth tree, he called it. Beaver, this tree is going to the moon. I'll have a whole orchard by Friday. But then the clouds rolled in. A forest storm, what you humans call a market crash. The wind started howling and the branches of Rabbit's tree shook. It's falling. The whole forest is dying. I have to get out. Rabbit pulled his sapling out of the ground and ran. But here's the thing. The storm passed 2 hours later. The sun came back out. If Rabbit had just left the tree in the ground, its roots would have grown deeper. Instead, he's left with a dead stick and no carrots. Owl, landing on a branch. Hoot. Patience, Rabbit. The biggest reason people lose money is they let their tail twitch emotions make decisions. They buy when everyone is happy and sell when the wind blows. They turn a temporary storm into a permanent loss. While Rabbit was panicking, I found Bear deep in a dark part of the woods. He was digging holes frantically. Hey Bear, what are you doing? Bear, whispering. I heard from a crow that there's a secret type of berry bush over here. It grows 100 times its size in a week. I'm putting all my logs into it. That's chasing the trend. Bear isn't looking for a healthy forest, he's looking for a miracle. Fox, sauntering over. You know, Bear, the crow told everyone that. By the time you heard it, the berries were already gone. Bear is right. When you hear about a hot stock or a get-rich-quick scheme at a forest gathering, the smart foxes have already made their money and moved on. Bear is buying at the highest price, hoping for a miracle that won't happen. Now let's look at Squirrel. Squirrel is a great saver. He gathers hundreds of nuts every day. I'm going to be the richest squirrel in the valley. I give my nuts to the great golden eagle to keep them safe in his high nest. But I noticed something. Every time Squirrel gives the eagle 10 nuts, the eagle keeps 2 for management fees. Squirrel, do you realize that over 20 years, that eagle is going to eat half of your forest? Squirrel, stopping mid-chew. Wait, what? In Canada, we have some of the highest management expense ratios, or MERs, in the world. It's like a termite eating your logs from the inside out. You think you're building a dam, but the termite is eating it faster than you can stock it. High fees are the silent killer of wealth. So Rabbit panics, Bear chases ghosts, and Squirrel lets the eagle eat his profits. But there is one mistake that is even bigger than all of these combined. It's the reason why even the smartest animals end up with nothing. Do you know what Moose did that almost ruined his winter? We'll find out in a second. Moose is a big, steady guy. He decided he only liked pine trees. He spent his whole life planting nothing but pine. Pine is strong, pine is life. I don't need anything else. But then the pine beetle arrived, a specific risk that only hits pine trees. Within a month, Moose's entire forest was brown and brittle. If Moose had planted some maple, some oak, and some cedar, a whole forest approach, the pine beetle wouldn't have been a disaster. It would have just been a bad day for one part of his woods. Humans call this diversification. If you put all your logs into one individual tree, a single stalk, you're one beetle away from losing everything. Finally, we have the tomorrow beaver. It's the animal who says, "I'll start my dam tomorrow." Every year you wait to start planting your forest, you lose the power of the forest growing, or compound interest. A tree planted today is worth 10 trees planted 10 years from now. The biggest loss isn't from a market crash, it's from the time you spent sitting on the riverbank doing nothing. So how do we win? Be like owl, stay calm during storms. Be like a smart fox, don't chase trends. Watch the termites, keep your fees low. Look for low-cost index funds. Build a mixed forest. Diversify your trees so one beetle can't take you down. Start today. Even one log is better than 0 logs. Investing isn't about being the strongest animal or the fastest. It's about being the most consistent builder. If you want to learn how to build a dam that lasts through every season, hit that subscribe button and join our forest community. We are building wealth one log at a time. Leave a comment below. Which animal have you been lately? A panicking rabbit or a steady beaver? See you in the next one. Subscribe to Beaver Invests to grow your financial forest and build strong dams.